Hello, my name is Angela Frazier, and I'm going to talk to you about how I describe addiction. Addiction is something that takes away everything from you. For me, it took my self-respect, my self-esteem, my self-discipline, my self-confidence, my finances, my apartment, my integrity, my caring, my loving, my consideration for others. There was no limit to what I would not do in my addiction. It takes the very life and soul and spirit from an individual. It is strong, it is powerful, and it is patient. Addiction waits for you. Once you enter your recovery process, I make sure that I never get comfortable enough where I think I can beat my addiction, that I can use a substance and still be productive and live an active, healthy life. I view my addiction like I'm getting in the ring with Mike Tyson, and I really think that I am a contender. Absolutely not. I will be knocked out every time, knocked out, dragged out, wrung out, every time I go at my disease of addiction. Addiction can be arrested. Addiction can be put into remission if you put some work in place as the individual. First and foremost, I respect addiction because addiction is powerful. Addiction is strong. Addiction takes over till you no longer know who, what, and why you are doing some of the things that you do. That's a powerful word, addiction. To admit that you're an addict is to admit that you no longer have control over your life and your decisions. You are not making healthy decisions. You are not doing what is best for you and others. In my addiction, I thought I was an island. Just because I was actively using, I really thought that this was only affecting me. But actually, I was not an island, and I still am not an island. What I do affects society, it affects my family, it affects my friends, it affects my purpose. It affects who I am, what I do, how I move, how I see things, what my perception is, and how I react or respond to things. Getting into recovery has allowed me to change my life, to no longer be addicted to a behavior, the behavior of active use. No longer not practicing self-care, because if I care about myself, I will not participate in addiction. When I completed treatment and I was no longer using substances, had a great recovery foundation built and everything like that, I found myself shopping. But then I also realized I became excessive. I became addicted to shopping, where I didn't have any more room in my closet, no more shoe rack space, bought extra closets to put things in that I had never even worn that still had tags on it, which is another addiction. So as we're in recovery, we have to realize that addiction comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms. It could be many things, and we have that excessiveness. Addiction means being excessive, where things are so out of control. That's how I describe my addiction. So out of control that it was unmanageable, and I didn't even really realize just how much addiction had taken over my life. Addiction was my life. Waking up in the morning from actually crashing, not going to sleep, but waking up in the morning and my entire job was to get high. Didn't matter who I manipulated, who I victimized, whose belongings I sold, stole, lied to, or whatever the case may be. The addiction takes you over and changes you into somebody that you are not. Addiction is powerful. Addiction is something that can be arrested and put into remission if you put in the work and respect the power of addiction, and not to play games with it because it wants you dead. So with that, I'm going to say, I'll see you next time. Have a great day.